Hey everyone, welcome to the Inside the Brain podcast, the podcast that asks made things like, is Dom's mic on this time? Yes, it is. I'm your host, Yoshi, and I got a new icon next to Jeremy.
Nostalgia, where the past matters to me.
Okay, Lance. And we have our guest again with us.
Hi, I'm SRGA. I had no idea what I was going to do for this bit, so,
Yeah, so yesterday me and Nico watched a bunch of old game shows, mostly Double Dares, so we had some fun with that.
Unfortunately, I want to give any of it, apparently. I don't know, I wasn't here last time.
That's fine.
Oh my god, those stupid thumbnails of those.
Wait, we have copyright. Oh, someone's there stealing videos again. Great. Get another one of those. Lance did a video. More copyright infringement of old videos. There's clout for Ben. Oh, also I checked. This has the illegal footage.
Yep, that's what I informed
you.
Well, they want to go to jail. That's fine. That's on them.
Be patient. Wait for regular guy.
But meanwhile, I've been fascinated with the other anniversaries. Like I told you guys that Rugrats and SpongeBob's movies celebrate their anniversaries. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that's when the exact point where they became cash cow franchises. Like each film grossed over 140 million at the theaters. It seems like that was their number until like 2005.
Yeah. I seen the video, Lance. It was the how 126 and 129 are similar. You could probably do one on 116 and 217, maybe.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today? Oh, we're doing a redo of last week.
We're going to talk about how well
my audio didn't work. Oh.
So basically what I wanted us to do is
Ben said
detail
something. He said, speaking of regular guy, expect some fun by Saturday. That's all I'm going to say.
Dog.
Fun!
Yay! Adventure! Yay!
I'm pretty happy with how things are going. It's looking optimistic.
Speaking of the PVG thing, Josh, one of the people I like to watch, Pro Son John, he was playing he was game clearing Arthur's Raid of Race yesterday.
And the reason that I bring up our topic is because we've been fascinating with other shows in our highs playing the waiting game, and we've found some pretty awesome games that we've had Max in.
Yeah. So I guess we could talk about. So the other thing is, I'll probably just delete the other episode because last week there wasn't even audio for half the video.
Yeah.
Or actually the entire video. So yeah.
So if we want to start with a game show that I know we'd probably do well or not on, I'm going to choose Jeopardy. I'd have pretty good strategies. For example, I just wager like a quarter of my earnings for each daily double, and I'd go for like the easy topics first, and then just wait for the stuff that I recognize.
Yeah, we'll do like non-Nick game shows, and then we'll do like other stuff. Josh, about you?
I mean, I guess I'd do well. The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Be like, I guess just because like I watch it a lot and just I know like stuff like I don't really know. Like I'm just going with shows that like I know and like have actually seen a bunch of times. So probably The Price is Right and Press Your Luck and that sort of stuff. I guess.
To be honest, I probably would have pulled the same pressure luck strategy as that infamous guy in the 80s by noticing which squares never had a whammy.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pattern thing that isn't there anymore. It's controlled by a computer. Okay, it's like they aren't like making up patterns anymore. Like they're controlled by a computer. You can't do that anymore.
Oh, speaking of the
Like
prices,
same thing with Price is Right, where they have like new stuff, new crap like every time, so you can't like get the actual prices now.
oh, speaking of, I talked about this last time. I already didn't record. You know what the weird thing is? Terry Neese's episode is obviously easy accessible. The episode where Theodore was actually a contestant, that episode is lost media.
Yeah.
And for arguably good reasons, but if there's one thing that interests me about prices right now, they now have this game called Back to the 70s where they acknowledge the previous items that they had.
It's technically back to it debuted as Back to 72, and it was meant to be the season 50 exclusive thing, but then they brought it back for Back to 73 and then Back to 74.
They offer the classic prizes, and we're trying to see how well the new fans can adjust to the past. And for the most part, they do quite well because they have a leniency on 50 points to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, Dex said the Theodore episode was October 18th, 92, so essentially my birth date. Not the year.
I gotta leave real quick. I got food.
Okay. So, were there any games on Price is Right that got your attention, that engrossed you?
I'm not sure, honestly. The only one I can remember, like, pricing game, I remember being a complete bull was the frickin', well, pun intended, the frickin' original Bullseye, because nobody ended up winning that.
Yeah. It was such a weird grocery game. You have to guess it to get right in the middle, and then another thing was...
No, the original Bullseye, I mean. Because literally nobody won that. The closest someone came was $1 off. Because you had to get the price of the car exact. It was played 5 times and nobody won. The closest someone came was $1 off.
Yeah. And another fun thing that I've noticed in those early episodes, like Bob really loves padding for time when he suspects that someone cheated by getting the perfect bid. Oh, this can't be right. This Price is mocking me. Or these contestants, they waited too long.
The funny thing is the first episode, someone guessed the exact price, but it was like $2.50, so
it was overly common, so that kind of tracks.
It's so funny how like the premiere episode, someone got the showcase win within $4. Because they said 2,500, it was 2,504.
They were just, well, first of all, the early episodes are easy. I mean, look at Brainsurge and Double Dare, and even Get the Picture.
Yeah.
Can't really put Nick Arcade in there because it took them 12 episodes to get a second win.
I mean, people came close at least. The second half of season 2 though was just trash. Like, there's some decent episodes, but like the fact that the second half of the season didn't have a single win, with the exception of the celebrity episode.
Yeah.
Like,
well, at the very least, the final real win was the record.
The weirdest people are like, oh, I want a reboot. I'm like, I want a freaking better season 2.
Again, we place absolutely none of the blame on Phil because it was the executive's choice for making the game so hard. I mean, they ruined it by using actual props.
Yeah, they had the freaking snowballs, which were used way too much. They had the Subsurge, which never had a single win.
Early, they consistently missed that second chest. They consistently missed that second chest, except for the last episode where they got all 3 in the first sitting.
Yeah, and then they freaking blew it in the wizard level.
But literally, that wizard level is the same green screen. It's just the ladder in the middle with 2 steps of stairs and the rail at the top. And the strange thing, and to be honest, we would do well on Nick Arcade even back in '92 if they had that same stuff because they offered some really good games.
Yeah.
They offered Dino Land, they offered Sonic, they offered Ghost Pilots, they offered what was another one? Mystical Ninja, even though that was a weird one. Marvel Land.
Battletoads, they did the first 2 stages because the rest of the game is just virtually unplayable. I'm not sure if you've seen the Angry Video Games nerd review of that. Because he showed
Nick Arcade?
No, for Battletoads.
Oh, I did not.
Because he played with the guitar guy, and he's like, it's virtually if you're playing with 2 players, it's impossible because you can just kill each other. It's a friendly fire.
And if I want to nitpick on Nick Arcade, as I mentioned in like the Flaws podcast, I would have liked them to do more video game trivia questions.
We'll go to Miller's. We haven't been here forever. We're all together.